Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields, and if we haven't seen each other yet, a happy new year to you. I hope you're having a good start to the new year. More fronts coming and a surge of moisture in the southeastern Caribbean. I want to get into the winds and the rain total in this video, plus this right here in the middle of the United States watching this system. Now, this time of year, we're usually looking through the United States and parts of Canada for bigger fronts. Of course, as we get into the hurricane season, we're looking out here. So I like to look where the weather is coming from, where we could see some changes, and that's why the focus is right here. A big system in the middle of the U.S., right across the Gulf of Mexico. Now, this is not a big system, but this is some cloud cover that we are dealing with, and the seas are going to stay choppy in the Gulf of Mexico. So I want to show you the winds, the rain totals, the long-term model in a second. Across the Caribbean, not a lot yet, still some areas of dust, but we're going to see the rain picking up. See this here later today across Trinidad and Tobago, we could see some rain. I'll zoom down on that in a second, but here's the system that has taken shape in the U.S. Now, let me take you out in a time. This is a big one. It's a stronger one that even than what moved by this weekend. You see here a long line of rain and storms. This is by Tuesday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. Severe weather possible mid-Atlantic down through the southeast U.S., including Florida. And this line of rain and storms will clip by the northern Bahamas. There could be some thunderstorms tomorrow night in the northern Bahamas. Now, the tail end of this front right through here does wash out. I'll show you where we'll get some cooler changes in a moment. Then this system lifts up toward the Atlantic region of Canada. More strong winds for Cape Cod, Massachusetts, for example, and up through the Atlantic region of Canada. And then you see again some residual showers here back through the Bahamas by the time we get into Thursday, kind of a secondary front. Now, as we get toward the end of the week, another one more moving across, and you see this system taking place. This is by Friday. More heavy weather in the U.S. Tail end of the front will eventually try to clip by the Yucatan over toward Cuba and eventually get close to the Cayman Islands and Jamaica. So we are going to see some wind shifts at times. Now, with this first front moving by, the one that is building in Texas, that'll move toward the Bahamas and Florida by the time we get into tomorrow. By Wednesday, some of the cooler air sneaks into the northern and central Bahamas, parts of Cuba, right near the Cayman Islands. We're going to be on the edge of it, and across the Yucatan of Mexico, we'll get some cooler weather as those winds will shift across, and then we'll keep an eye out for that next front to see how far that dives down. Now, this is our wind tracker for today. Winds are going to be out of the south, out ahead of this major system. South in the Gulf, more out of the east across the Caribbean. You see that here, that easterly flow for us across the Bahamas, Haiti, and Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic included. Now, by the time we get into tomorrow, you can see the dividing line up front. It divides the warm southerly flow near the Cayman Islands and a southeasterly flow over toward Jamaica, and then there's that northwesterly flow coming out of Texas, so the front sitting right here. So a brief shift in the winds out of the north for the Yucatan of Mexico, parts of Cuba, northeasterly flow, and a northeasterly flow, northerly flow for the Bahamas on Wednesday. Elsewhere, still pulling in out of the east over here, but by the end of the week, let me just zoom out in time here, bring you all the way to the end of the week and stop it here on our Friday. Look at this. I mentioned that next system, a bigger shift in the winds out of the north. So this one could dive down even more so, which means I'll be watching over toward Jamaica. We may get some cooler weather by the time we get into the upcoming weekend, relatively speaking, watching Haiti, Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, Cayman Islands. This one could dive down toward Belize and Honduras. So again, later this week, signs of a bigger front. Now in the short term, no widespread rain, but the southeastern Caribbean, that easterly flow, more rain. Suriname, watching over toward Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, we could see some increased rain. Scattered showers possible in Barbados. So again, rain chance will be a little higher. Southeastern Caribbean, this is by the time we get into tomorrow. You see how we're just kind of unsettled? So some scattered showers possible. And then here's the end of that front. This is Tuesday, and then taking it into Wednesday. And you see here, let me stop it here on Wednesday. This is the first front of the week, just kind of washing out. But still, look at the green on the map. We're going to see that chance of some showers and spots. I'll break that down in the forecast in a second. But as far as rain goes, again, not crazy high, but a little bit of purple showing up here. Even the white shading near Guyana. White would be 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. That could lead to some isolated flooding. 3-day rain total. This takes us all the way through Wednesday night. Could see some isolated flooding. And if we do get some rain over toward Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago. Some spots could get about 50 millimeters or a couple inches of rain. Not for all of us, but again, it will be scattered about, and you see it here. So some spots could be dry, others could see some rain, but Martinique south through St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, and again, northeastern Venezuela, and then back through Guyana and Suriname, that elevated chance of rain. So looking at the scattered showers today, a 50% chance in Trinidad. Grenada, we're looking at about a 40% chance, but the rain chance kind of hangs around. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a 30 to 40% chance the next couple days. Next couple days in Barbados, about a 40 to 50% chance. In tomorrow in St. Lucia, rain chance will be slightly higher. Easterly breeze, 50% chance of some rain. Martinique, we're looking at about a 30 to 40% chance, 20 to 30% chance in Dominica. It gets a little drier as we get to the south. Guadeloupe, rain chance about 20%, 10% chance in Antigua and Barbuda for the next few days, next couple days. St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat, mainly dry. Anguilla and St. Bart's, rain chance just 10 to 20%, and a 10% chance St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. Rain chance 20% tomorrow in Puerto Rico. Could get a passing shower. Very limited chance. It'd be a passing variety. U.S. and British Virgin Islands. 30% chance the next couple days in the Dominican Republic. 10% chance in Haiti. Rain chance about 20% the next couple days in Jamaica. 30% chance on Wednesday. But again, Jamaica and the Cayman Islands. We'll see how close that front gets by the upcoming weekend. Rain chance 20 to 30% chance Cayman Islands. Bahamas, it's going to be a little higher as we get into tomorrow night and Wednesday. Northern and central Bahamas with that front moving in. Turks and Caicos holding on to a 20% chance. 20 to 30% chance in Cuba. Again, the front kind of washes out. Belize, rain chance 30% today, a 20% chance tomorrow. Isolated showers possible. Yucatan and Mexico, which does include Cancun. Aruba, spotty shower possible. Curacao, spotty shower possible. 30% chance. Same thing in Bonaire. Bermuda, rain chance will pick up later this week. Mainly dry today and tomorrow with that front sitting well off toward the west. Costa Rica, spotty showers possible. Up to a 50 to 60% chance, though, in Guyana and Suriname. I mentioned some isolated flooding. Keep me posted on what you get in the comments. Rain chance 20 to 30% in northern Venezuela. So a little surge of rain in the southeastern Caribbean. That major front forming in the U.S. that'll bring rain and storms for the Bahamas, for Florida. A severe weather potential southeast United States up toward the mid-Atlantic. Could see some tornadoes out of that system. Cooler air trying to creep into our northern zones, but front number 2 could get closer to the Caribbean. We'll stay on top of that together. I hope you have a great rest of your day.